What's going on, everybody? And in this week's lesson, we're gonna have your first guitar lesson, right? You just got a guitar for Christmas not too long ago. You don't know what to do with it. You haven't started lessons. You're looking to get going just to do something. This is what I would teach you if you came to me and said, Greg, I just got a guitar. Help me. Where do I start? So this is what we're gonna do today. And we're gonna focus on basically two main things. One, we're just gonna play your first rock riff, something super simple, and get you straight forward, get you going right out of the gates. And then we'll also look at some chords and some rhythm and some strumming. These are normally what I would tackle in the first lesson just to get acquainted, all right? So when we jump in, you just got your guitar. Hopefully you can tune it. We're not gonna do any of that kind of stuff, right? The guitar is an awkward instrument for the first 2 or 3 months. Right? Especially the first month. You don't know how to hold your pick, you don't know how to sit, you don't know how it feels comfortable, your hands aren't communicating, and that's what we're gonna talk about. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about how the guitar, its purpose, right? It brings a lot of drive, a lot of energy, and a lot of momentum. So the first thing we need to do is hold our pick and get some momentum going. Let's just get some sound going, right? So hopefully you're holding your pick with one finger, right? We can karate chop our strings right in front of the bridge here. The bridge is where the strings come out of the guitar. Lay our hands, and that's going to allow us to mute the guitar, right? And we always kind of want our hand right here, picking in this general area, okay? So what we want to learn the mute. If I do this, it's noisy. But if I lay my hand on that low string, pinky side, corner palm, right where that string leaves the bridge, I get a nice muted chug. And that's what we're looking for, okay? So we're gonna do 8 of those, right? Measure of eighth notes. We can count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 if we have to. Or if you're a little musically inclined, we can count eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so find your tempo, whatever's comfortable, whatever's smooth and even, and go. Right, measure of eighth notes, 2 groups of 4, however you can think about it. Then we're gonna take our first finger in this hand. We're gonna go to the 1, 2, 3, the third space, or the third fret on the guitar, and we're just gonna play that string. Get some sound out of that. You shouldn't need to press too hard if you have an electric guitar. So if you're squeezing and you can see the white in your fingernail, you're squeezing a little too hard. Take a deep breath and try to relax. You don't need that much pressure. We're just gonna play that note 4 times and then move it to the 1, 2, 5th fret or the next dot on the guitar. 4 and 4, there's our eighth notes. Okay? And that's essentially our first rock riff, 0-3-5. You know, never fails, always works, okay? So remember, 8 opens, 4 and 4. Okay, we're getting sounds, we're playing our first rock riff, we're driving forward, we have the mute, okay? We should be able to do this at a decent tempo, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to play this riff 3 times in a row without stopping. And then after that, we're gonna move up even further and play the 7th fret. And you can play a measure or even 2 just to build some tension. And when you listen to it, you'll hear that, okay? So I'm going to play it a little faster so we can get through it. And here we go. Right? Now you can hear the build up and the tension, and then it releases back to the open note. And right there, a fundamental aspect of music is tension and release, and you just did it in your first rock riff, okay? Now, that feels comfortable and you get that going, I would switch to power chords. Power chords are an essential part of guitar. They're movable, they're simple, and once you can move them around comfortably, you can play a whole lot of rock music, which is good. All right, so instead of just single note open, we can play 2 strings. Take our first finger, 2nd fret of the 5th string. All right, that gives us an E power chord because we're playing the E note here. right? Metallica's favorite chord, metal's favorite chord, E5, baby, right? So since we put our first finger on these notes the whole time, to build a power chord like that, I put my ring finger 2 frets up, 1 string down. That would be the 5th fret here. It's always the same shape, and this is movable. Doesn't matter where I play it. All right, congratulations, your first rock riff, okay? We got our right hand muting going, we got a little palm muting, we're down picking, right? We're muting here, and we're getting some notes out here and letting our hands kind of sync up and learning some simple rhythm as we do it. Your first rock riff, all right? Now, at this point, that's kind of cozy, we've got our power chords. Now I would probably change gears a little bit and look at some chords, right? Usually my go-to chord in the beginning is E minor, okay? Again, metal's favorite key. Simple chord, we're gonna use our 2nd finger and our ring finger here, both in the 2nd space, 2nd fret on the 5th string and the 4th string. All the other strings are open, meaning I don't put a finger on them. Now, we can strum over here. Now, when we strum, I'm exaggerating, but see, I'm strumming from my elbow. We don't want that. We want to strum in the wrist, okay? So we can do quarter notes and 1/8 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay? And what we want to do is our quarter notes are going to be down. And then our 1/8 notes are down and up, okay? We kind of always want to count like that for most of what we're doing. This way, when we're playing songs, our hands are on the downbeat for downbeats and upbeats for upbeats, okay? Makes it a little easier to sync up everything. So we just want... Okay? Really good, straightforward. Now, we could also pick out this chord because that is essential to guitar playing. So what we want to do now is we want to pick these, and we want to have to learn how to pick down towards the floor and then up towards my face, right? So we're playing all 6 strings, so we can go 5 down and 5 up. Jump to the high string. There you go, okay? You don't repeat, don't play this note twice. And don't play that note twice, only once each. Like that, okay? And again, at a comfortable, even tempo, whatever that is for you, okay? Now, one thing you want to do in the beginning is, you know, our eyes tend to focus here because we want to look and make sure we're picking the right strings, okay? I understand everybody does it, but when you watch your favorite players play, their eyes are not here, they're down here, okay? So if you can play through this 4 times up and down, looking at this hand, and it's comfortable, it's even, you're not making any mistakes, well then, whoosh, over here, eyes on the prize, left hand, okay? And as you play, you can see these strings vibrate, and that will help connect your peripheral vision and sync up your hands as you do it. And if we tend to leave our hand in the same spot near the bridge, maybe even grabbing the pickup here or just putting your pinky down, your hand is always in the same spot. And you don't want to play freeform over here like this, because then your hand is always in a different area and you don't learn where the strings are, okay? So there you go, your very first guitar lesson. Go pick it up from the corner, plug it in, tune it up, and try these things. And I promise you, you will be playing very soon, all right? So down in the description below, you can find any of the tabs that went across the screen. And as always, let me know what you come up with. So until then, I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.